Good afternoon. Welcome to King's Local Daily. King Local Daily is a regular feature on King's 88.5 FM. We are your radio vendor, giving you the opportunity to know what's going on your local newsstand. Sorry, I came a little bit too late, but yeah, I'm here. My name is Jennifer Sima. I'm presenting. Our first stop is the Liberian Investigator newspaper that goes for 40 Liberian dollars. You could grab yourself. It's 50. It's 50 Liberian dollars. The lead story on the front page of the Liberian Investigators newspaper says Walker's Villa mystery. Nearly a month after a Silver Society exposed uncovered a multi-million-dollar presidential villa rising in President Joseph Boakar's hometown of Foya, the government remains unable to say who approved funds or owns the heavily guarded project. Still on the front page of the Liberian Investigator newspaper, it said LDEA declares properties as seizures. Still on the front page, it says observer or actor. That's the PPCC boss. China chips pack legal questions over procurement independence in the yellow machines deal as one vendor crowd. Still on the front page, it said tears and grief at Hotel Africa as 100 faces homelessness based on government's order of mass eviction. Quickly to the back page of the Liberian Investigator newspaper, it said Liberia and Sierra Leone set to seal environmental cooperation pact after high-level exchange. That does it for the Liberian Investigator newspaper. That goes for 50 Liberian dollars. Our next stop is the Women Voices newspaper. That goes for 40 Liberian dollars. The lead story says, we can achieve more if we unite. SRHR conference ends with call for change. Still on the front page of the Women Voices newspaper, that goes for 40 Liberian dollars. Grab yourself a copy. It says, help us educate our children. Physically challenge a couple appeal. Quickly to the back page of the Women Voices newspaper. A former VP Taylor Hill Sierra Leone's gender equality law. Former VP Taylor Hill Sierra Leone's gender equality law. Still on the back page, it says Second Lady Kun launches program to empower women with disabilities. Still on the back page, it says a woman dies mysteriously in Nimba. If you want to get to know more, grab yourself a copy. It's the Women Voices newspaper. That goes for 40 Liberian dollars. Still on the back page, it says stands demands LNPRG dismissal. Still on the back page, it says Liberian chiefs deplores envoy to Guinea to reverse ritual erection. That is so sorrowful. Quickly to our next step. And it's the Oracle Daily newspaper. That goes for 40 Liberian dollars. It says they called for help. Police gave them dead body. Stand demands justice for Matthew Mulba. Still on the front page of the Oracle Daily newspaper. The dawn of cardiac care in Liberia. The story of the Rabat Sports Surf Club, a guide to surfing in Liberia. Quickly to the back page, it says Finance Minister hosts retreat on economy after IMF downgrade. Still on the back page, it said Liberia's mostly gold-driven economic growth is not enough to reduce poverty. That does it for the Oracle New Delhi newspaper. Next is the Verite newspaper that goes for only $40 Liberian. Grab yourself a copy. And the lead story says foreign car washes. Beer Mountain employs foreigners as car washes. Just to give you a gist, it said investigation by Verite News have uncovered multiple linked videos and pictures revealing that Beer Mountain Mining Corporation, the BMMC, has hired foreign nationals to wash cars or role exclusively reserved for Liberian citizens under the country's 1975 liberalization policy. Still on the front page, it said bid backfires, calls for fairness within airport bid process heartened. Still on the front page of the Verite newspaper, it said Liberia still infested with drugs, says LDEA. Quickly to the back page of the Verite newspaper, it says Stein demands dismissal of police chief. Still on the back page, it said LACRA's, that's LACRA, tackles deforestation tax fraud. Still on the back page, it says Sierra Leone, Rwanda steals the shore. And that's the 2025 Liberia Marathon once again turned the streets of Monrovia into a scene of excitement, physical endurance, unity, and national pride as thousands of runners, fitness enthusiasts, and spectators gathered. Eviction turns violent in Painesville. That does it for Verite. Quickly, our next stop is the In Profile Daily newspaper that goes for only $40 Liberian. Grab yourself a copy. And the lead story says people are commercializing the judiciary. Chief Justice Wishart observes. Still on the front page is Liberia, Sierra Leone to seal environmental cooperation. LAA Kun to improve RRA. Still on the front page, it said Orange Foundation launches Wologisi Computer Lab. Quickly to the back page, it says MOPT celebrates World Post Day. That's the Ministry of Post and Telecommunication. Still on the back page, it said progress towards WCC anti-corruption efforts in Liberia commendment. Lawyers refute front page Africa Online article. Still on the back page of the In Profile Daily, it says Al-Jar resists licensing journalists in Liberia. Al-Jar resists licensing a journalist in Liberia. A women's legislative caucus chair received a South African dedication. Women religious leaders lead anti-drug campaign in South Africa, in Southern Liberia. I'm sorry, that's Southeast Liberia. Quickly, our next stop is the newspaper. And if you are just joining us, welcome to Kings 88.5 FM, the Royal Communications. You're listening to the program Kings Local Daily. 22 minutes past 12 o'clock is the time in the city. And at 1 o'clock is King's Newsroom. The lead story said pay raise for private sector workers looms. Orange Foundation dedicates Wologizi Computer Lab to children at Clyde Hope Foundation. Quickly to the back page, she said LAA and Speaker Kuhn join forces for the improvement of the RIA. Board Chair Kamara has taught speakers for the working visit. Rebuilding Liberia depends on everyone, guest speaker tells graduates of Honest International. Integrity is non-negotiable, Finance Minister challenges her. Bajaj Auto dedicates state-of-the-art one-stop center in Painesville. Over 60% of county service center unavailable. Quickly to our next stop. And that's the Daily Observer newspaper. Illicit financial flows threatens Liberia's $1 billion United States revenue ambition. Liberian aviation fame cries foul over airport bid process. Still on the front page, the front page is Liberia's NASCOP chief to lead global social security commission. Sierra Leone's Samura wins 2025 Liberian Marathon. Congratulations to you. Quickly to the back page, it said Mother of Light French Embassy hold 5 days rehabilitation training. Our next stop is the Enquirer newspaper. And it goes for $40 Liberian. Grab yourself a copy. And the lead story says CBL cuts interest rate, cites economic strength, stability, inflation. Still on the front page, it said Liberty Airlines challenges LAA bid for airport rehabilitation. A monument to be unveiled in Bong. Quickly to the back page of the Enquirer newspaper, it said Liberia EU accelerate rural electrification efforts in the southeast. Still on the back page of the Enquirer newspaper, that goes for $40 Liberian. It said EcoBank celebrates 40 years operation across Africa. Last but not the least, that's the Independent newspaper that goes for $50 Liberian. And the lead story says, at International Social Society Association Forum, Liberia makes history again as NACOP DG Von Bolmons elects chairman. Pastor blast Liberia's justice system. Quickly to the back page of the Independent newspaper, it says, feed yourself in practice as rice harvest begins. That's the Agriculture Minister, Dr. J. Alexander Nuta. His photograph is on the back page of the Independent newspaper. Next is CBL strengthens reserve capacity. Still on the back page, it said witness to history, Waka describes himself. If you want to know more, grab yourself a copy. Killing of Matthew Mulba Ankerstein, once LNP chief, others sacked, prosecuted. If you are just joining us, welcome to Kings 88.5 FM. You just listened to the program Kings Local Daily. This is how we come to the end of the program Kings Local Daily. We'll be back here on Wednesday. This is the Monday edition. 12:27 is the time in the city. 1 o'clock is King's News Broom, 45 minutes news presentation about Liberia and the rest of the world. Baba, I'm Jenny Persima. I present it.